Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and covering the Tucker Carlson controversy. Tucker Carlson is ready for war. He was fired by Fox News about 2 weeks ago. He's refusing to back down. He's still under contract. They're still paying him. He gets something like $20 million a year, and he's on contract until, coincidentally, January 2025, when the presidential elections will be finished. Well, Tucker Carlson has taken pride in trying to move the conversation forward in the public on his show. He brings up topics that no one else will bring up, pushes things right to the edge, and makes it okay for people to talk about what would otherwise be very controversial topics that would not really be covered anywhere else on Fox or anywhere else unless he talked about them first. He's also very clearly been sourcing material from Steve Bannon's War Room podcast, Patriots.win, and the Gateway Pundit. Those publications are nationalist publications, meaning people that are really like pro-Trump, pro-MAGA. If you follow them, you'd notice that a lot of times a story would appear a day or two before it's on Tucker Carlson Tonight in any of these three, or sometimes more than one of these publications, and then would get a story on Tucker Carlson Tonight. Clearly, these guys were coordinating behind the scenes. In fact, Tucker Carlson has been supportive of Steve Bannon since even before Steve Bannon was part of the original Trump administration, at least defending him, saying it was wrong to criticize him as being far right, and essentially just saying, hey, you need to give everybody a chance and then judge them on their actions. But right now, from Axios, there's a scoop that Tucker Carlson is ready to torch Fox News. Let's get into the article. Before you do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. Tucker Carlson is preparing to unleash his allies to attack Fox News in an effort to bully the network into letting him work for or start a right-wing rival, sources close to him tell Axios. And it's interesting to see the slant on this. Is it really bullying his old employer to say, hey, look, I'd like to have a voice in what's going on in the public. A lot of people are interested in what I have to say. I guess for Axios it is. Brian Friedman, the high-powered Hollywood lawyer Carlson retained for the contract dispute with Fox, told Axios, quote, the idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous. Why it matters. Tucker versus Fox could reshape the conservative news world. He already has. Fox, which has seen its ratings plunge in Carlson's slot since he was let go 13 days ago, wants to sideline him by paying him $20 million a year not to work. It really makes you wonder, too, why does Fox want to pay him all of this money just not to work? Let me know what you think in the comments below. The intrigue. Axios has learned Carlson is busy plotting a media empire of his own, but he needs Fox to let him out of his contract, which expires in January 2025 after the presidential election. Carlson has been contacted by outlets, including the right-wing Rumble and Newsmax, that offer to pay him more than his Fox contract. Tucker can get any amount of money he wants. He's made quite a bit of money over the years working for Fox and in his other projects. He's not hurting for money. He could do any kind of deal he wants to do with any number of platforms. He can start his own platform. What I think he's going to actually do is have his own proprietary platform so that no one can mess with it, but then also allow his content to be on multiple platforms. It would help things go viral. It'll give him additional coverage. I would not be surprised to see that. Actually, Steve Bannon did that with War Room. He had an edited version of his show that used to be on Newsmax, in addition to his own separate podcast. There are a lot of ways of getting the word out, and people are very interested in what Carlson has to say. Also behind the scenes, Axios has learned that Carlson and Elon Musk had a conversation about working together but didn't discuss specifics. Carlson confidants say he's also contemplating building a direct-to-consumer media outlet where his millions of fans could pay to watch him. Carlson's predecessor in his Fox slot, Bill O'Reilly, created a blueprint for this. Also, Carlson is very big on platforming other people. He decides he wants to help get the word out. Partly you do that by introducing other talent on that you want to support. Having his own platform is absolutely crucial for him to be able to do this. So even if it were Rumble or any other entity, couldn't turn him off like Fox just did. 2 days after being booted, Carlson teased in a Twitter video posted at 8 p.m., counter-programming his former show, quote, see you soon. The 2-minute video racked up 24 million views. The ousted host knows where a lot of bodies are buried and is ready to start drawing a map, said a Carlson source who wasn't authorized to speak publicly. And I think that an attorney would say. Carlson's allies with the big platforms are prepared to attack Fox for trying to keep him off the shelf. Trump world brawlers are standing by, and supposedly they're coming to him and saying, do you want me to hit Fox? Which is exactly sounds like something Trump would say. A close Carlson friend has said, He's been saying, no, I want to get this done quiet and clean. Now we're going from peacetime to DEFCON 1, the friend added. His team is preparing for war. He wants his freedom, and he's going to get it. In a sign of what could be coming, Megyn Kelly hit her former employer for its post-Carlson ratings by tweeting a reference to conservative attacks on Bud Light. My audience is calling them Foxwiser. Of course, there have been revelations about Tucker Carlson, some funny videos of him taken behind the scenes, some text messages. Who cares? Who's going through his private text messages and judging him? That's not going to take him down. So Megyn Kelly is saying, let Fox take him to court. Megyn Kelly tells Tucker Carlson to walk away from the Fox contract and just forfeit the pay and then just fight it out as it goes. She's an attorney. She probably knows what she's talking about. She also had her dealings with Fox. She left Fox. She then left NBC, and now she's got an independent show that's been pretty popular, and she's been getting very involved in conservative politics as well. Tucker Carlson also has the support of Brett Favre, who's called today for a boycott of Fox News, saying, I'm with Tucker. Former Green Bay Packers star quarterback Brett Favre is calling for a boycott of Fox News in the wake of its sudden sidelining of primetime host Tucker Carlson and subsequent revelations that the media giant is working to silence him until after the 2024 election. He says, quote, I'm with Tucker. Time to boycott Fox until they come to their senses and let the man speak, Favre said in a social media post Monday morning, sharing a clip of Megyn Kelly blasting Fox News in which she warns viewers that the media giant is banking on them coming back to the network when the primaries begin to heat up. Truly amazing about this, too, is this is not just about Tucker Carlson and Tucker Carlson leaving Fox News. This affects all of politics for the United States, and then potentially by effect the world. The United States is a pretty important country. When Tucker Carlson left, he really was pushing hard on the War Room, Patriots.win, Gateway Pundit, Breitbart as well, though they're not as aggressive types of storylines. If you'd watch Tucker's show and you're familiar with these other platforms as I am, you would have seen it got more and more aggressive over time. Tucker must have known something was going to break over at Fox at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if he had looked at it and said, hey, you know what? I can't really do what I want to do here. I'm going to push this thing until it cracks. And that's really what I think he did. I think he's been aware this has been coming for some time and must have some sense of what's going on. But simultaneously, it's so interesting. Almost as soon as Tucker gets fired, Trump then goes and makes a deal with CNN to do a live town hall, which is going to happen on May 10th. That's pretty incredible because Trump was not a supporter of CNN, but it's kind of obvious that things are changing now. David Zaslav, who runs Warner Brothers Discovery, is well aware that this is kind of a once-in-a-decade opportunity, maybe even more than that, to turn CNN into a legitimate news channel again, to actually have two sides to a story. He's been getting attacked over it to some degree, but Zaslav needs to make money to pay that debt at Warner Brothers Discovery. So what he's done is green-lighted basically what they call both sides journalism. And that is incredibly upsetting to people that only like to have one side of journalism, people that don't like to have their views and their ideas tested. Chris Hayes from The Hill calling CNN's Trump town hall decision hard to defend. It's like, well, as Zaslav said, he is the front runner of the GOP, and he has won the presidency before. And if you look at the polls, Trump is up in the polls, like a lot, not just by his competitors, but over the current president. Media Matters for America is another left-wing website that's absolutely losing their mind over Zaslav having Trump on the CNN network and creating dueling narratives between the GOP and the DNC. Warner Brothers CEO comments raised serious concerns about how well-equipped CNN is to confront the dangers of Donald Trump. Quote, this is a new CNN, David Zaslav told CNBC. He apparently meant the network will pursue both sides' coverage and more access to Trump and other Republicans. Zaslav explains the U.S. has a divided government. We need to hear both voices. That's what you'll see, Zaslav explained. Republicans are on the air on CNN. Democrats are on the air. All voices should be heard on CNN. That's the position of the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. That's what's going to be happening at CNN. In the meantime, you've got Tucker setting up his own network, potentially, and you've got this other rumor of a project where Tucker Carlson has been talking supposedly to Donald Trump about creating an independent 2024 GOP primary debate. This would mean it wouldn't be controlled by the RNC, the the Republican National Committee or by the Fox network. This would be on Tucker and Trump's own platform, however they would arrange that. This is probably also something that would be tied up by resolving Tucker's contract. But as you can see, there are powerful forces with Trump aligning with CNN, with Megyn Kelly, Brett Favre, other people potentially being brought into the mix to send around social media campaigns like Foxwiser, things that will probably force Fox to release Tucker from his contract and allow a new independent media force to start to develop so that you don't only hear things from major news platforms that may not be out there telling you the truth about what's actually going on in your world. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Do you think Tucker Carlson's going to be able to get out of his contract? Do you think it's going to get nastier before they let him loose? Do you think Trump is going to be doing more with CNN? And what about this independent debate that Tucker and Trump might organize together? Is that better than Trump being stuck on Fox News, dealing with a debate and a moderator that may not give him a fair chance? Always love to see your comments. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.